Hello students and learning coaches and parents. I'm glad you're watching this video to help out with your math assignments for today. We're going to work on lessons 8 and 9. So we'll go through these two lessons together. Your first job is to log into your OLS and go to Math Plus Blue, Unit 12, Lesson 8. Lesson 8 is just what it says here at the top. It's a lesson called Your Choice. If your student needs to catch up on some previous lessons, go ahead and do that. If they need to go back and practice and review, that is fine. Or if you want to work ahead, that's fine. It's your choice, it says. And this lesson is that simple. It's just letting you know that you have the freedom for some catch-up or review. Make sure you mark that lesson complete. Moving on to Lesson 9, again we're still in Unit 12. Lesson 9 is a unit checkpoint. So I'll walk you through how to give this checkpoint to your students and how to score that and enter those scores. I like to go ahead and have all my materials ready before I start a lesson. So on this very opening screen, if you click on Lesson Resources and then Materials, it will tell you everything you need to complete this lesson. Your lesson guide is page 365 through 366. You'll probably want to go ahead and turn to those pages. Your student will need these blocks. And from this screen, you can go ahead and print your assessment sheet and the answer key. Please pause the video now while you get all these materials together. From this screen, you're going to want to click on Review Assessment. Review Assessment. Okay, if this box comes up, you'll want to close. So far we have no information in here, no scores, so we're going to close that out. And if you had not already printed your assessment sheet and the answer key, those can be printed from here. I'm going to click on the assessment sheet just to walk you through a few problems, how you would do these with your student. Okay, from your materials you were told to have the blocks. So your student can use the blocks for these first 9 questions. First 9 questions, those are the directions. And we want them to build 13 and then 8 and tell how many more 13 is than 8. You'll just continue that. Same directions through number 7. Actually, number 8 and 9 are the same. Finding out how many more and how many fewer. Have your student write down their answer, and you will check those and enter the data for those. I'll show you that in a moment. Okay, number 10 says to make a sketch to solve these problems. So this time we're going to compare 2 and 12. So your students can draw 2 and then 12. And just as they do sketches, make sure they remember to use something very simple. You don't want their attention to detail on their pictures. You want the attention to the amount and the comparison that you're performing. Okay, and that continues until you get to number 15. The last 2 questions, number 15 and 16, again use the cubes, and it's actually the same as before. They need to build 4 and 15 and tell how many fewer 4 is in 15. Same on number 16. So that's how your student completes this task. Go ahead and pause the recording and allow your student to perform those tasks. If you need the answer key to help you grade your students' work. That is also there to print. But I want to show you how entering the scores gives you a great explanation of how you're scoring this. Okay, as we move to the next page, let's make sure we click on the arrow, not the exit yet. We're not ready to exit because we have not entered the scores. So let's click on the arrow. And now you will be able to enter your students' scores. Notice that this first problem has two parts to it. Getting the correct answer gives your student a point, but then there's another how they explain it. They give you an example of what your student should have done to answer, and if they did that correctly, they earn another point. So let's say your student got the correct answer, but did not complete it correctly, then they would earn 1 point, and you'll be able to enter numbers in yours. If they got both parts correct, go ahead and enter a 2 right here. And just continue that same process. Just pay attention to how many points each question is worth. Number 4, a shorter example for you. Did the student say the answer is 3? That's a point. And did the student use circle blocks to solve the problem? If so, there's another point. So again, your student can earn up to 2 points on these. And looking through, there are 16 questions. It's looking like every question is worth 2 points. So just make sure you pay attention to those as you enter your student's score. After you've entered the score, then you can click on Exit Review. Continue with lesson. And then you can mark your lesson complete. I hope this video helped you with doing a review lesson, or excuse me, a choice lesson, and then walking through a checkpoint.